Okay, so I'm going to take you through a game turn here. This is turn 8, as I was just mentioning, at the end of turn 7. So the Confederates actually start out the turn. They're the first player on the side. And I'm just going to take you through the turn. They'll go pretty quick here, I think, and you'll get a flavor for what this is. So first off is a status phase. This phase is just doing some housekeeping and potentially repairs, as well as removing fire, smoke, checking for fouled ships to get them unfouled, so forth and so on across there. So with the Confederates, Tennessee has not had any damage, so they're not going to do any repair parties. Same with the Selma, so that's nothing. They don't have any smoke either. Both ships don't have smoke on them, so they're all well and good. So that's pretty much their status phase. There wasn't much to that. Next, we're going to go to the orders phase, and I'm going to take the orders cards to place them just as reminders for what they're going to do. So with the Tennessee, what we're going to do is going to play a maneuver 1 card. See at the top there, maneuver 1. Typically, if you're playing 2-player, these would be flipped over, but for purposes of my solo play, they're going to be kept upright. So they're going to do a maneuver 1. What I think I'm going to try to do is have them come down here and try to ram, seeing as they're in very good condition. See if they can go after the Hartford, Lackawanna, or any of the other ones here and ram them to try to sink them and get 1 or 2 more ships. Now the Selma over here, I really don't want them to face 4 ships, but I want them to support the attack by the Tennessee. So I'm going to give them a maneuver 0 right there. What that's going to do is keep them in the hex. They're not going to move at all. They won't have to roll for any of the movement, and they will just they'll just sit right there. Okay, so that's my card placed. So now we're going to do the movement. So the Tennessee is actually going to attempt to move from here to here. So they're going to do their dice roll. Let me check their cards. Now we do have cards. I didn't show you this because I've been playing it through, but you do get these helpful cards, either slow maneuver, grape shot, strike, or others. There's more, but they've used a lot of them already. So they don't really have anything. Slow maneuver is usually for playing on your enemy, and striking and grape shot won't do anything for their maneuver. So they're okay. Now the Union also gets a chance to play a card, and look at that. The Union cards here, they don't have anything useful to play at this particular point. We're kind of down with the cards. I've played a lot of the good ones like the incendiary shells and double shot and so forth, and some maneuver cards there as well. So anyways, Tennessee is moving. They roll an 8 dice and a 8 and a 6. So those 2 dice are going to be rolled. We'll take the highest number. No modifiers. And the highest number here is a 5. So we'll put that up there with the Tennessee, and then we're going to roll a d4 and a d8 as a response, and if these roll equal to or higher, then the maneuver fails. So yep, there we go, 8. So the maneuver fails. They do not move into that hex, so they're stuck right there. We'll take that off and they're done. Now these guys were not maneuvering. There's no obstacles in there, so they just come off here as well. Oh, that comes down here. All right, so that's all for the movement phase. You can see it's pretty quick, pretty easy. It's a little bit random. I know there's some complaints about that, but it actually does work. With all the games I played, it actually does work. A little frustrating at times, but it does actually work. So we've got our movement. Now we go to the gunnery. So first off, I think I'm going to take the Selma first. They're a hex away. Who do we want them to fire at here? This is the question in terms of damaged units. Richmond's too far right. Lackawanna. Oh, yeah, we've got to fire at the Hartford. So they're going to fire at the Hartford. Big ship right there. They have, their firing is a 8 and a 4. Now I could play some cards again, but yeah, they really don't have anything. Grape shot, they can't play. They don't really have anything. So it's just going to be an 8 and a 4. Their crew is just a regular crew, so there's no modifier there. They're at medium range, so there's no modifier there. Hartford is mobile, so no modifier there. So it's just going to be a straight 8-4 roll. We're going to take their highest, which is going to be a 4. That's going to be their shot. All right, now we're going to look at the defenses. Oh, I forgot to do this. There's another roll there, 4. That's going to be for the location of the shot, which is going to be midships. Okay, so that hits midships, which is going to be a defense of an 8. But the Hartford has a -2 shield hit on there, so they're going to -2 on this. They roll a 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. All right, looking at our dice comparison, 4 is twice as much as the 2. So if we look down here at our damage, right down here, 2 DR, the CR, which is the 4 from the Selma, the DR defensive roll, is greater than that. So this actually applies over here, and that's a wooden location. So if 1 or more shield hits, then 2 hits. Hartford took 2 more hits, and in all cases increase the shield hits by 1. Okay, so what's going to happen there? Let's zoom you over so I can show you. So here's the Hartford. They got hit here on midships. Midships. Just making sure I got that right. So they will go from a 2 to a 3 on there. Plus, they get 2 more hits of damage. They go from a 4 to a 6. Now, what does that mean? That means they're going to get another negative modifier if they're hit there again. Plus, their damage went to 6, which means their maneuverability is cut from a 10-6 dice to a 10-4 dice down there as well. Plus, they have negative modifiers for speed over here, but a positive modifier for their elite. So, quite a bit of action going on there with the Hartford, but that was a hit, and that was very damaging. So one of the things you can see, once damage does occur on a ship, it's pretty much downhill from there for them, unless they're driven off. Okay, now we're going to the Tennessee. Tennessee gets to roll 3 dice: a 10, a 6, and a 4. Oops, 10, a 6, and a 4. And they've also got a cracked crew, so they'll get a +1. Their range is going to be medium, which is 0. And that's it. So they're going to be a +1. Oh, and I also need to get my location dice. So their highest one is 7 right here. That's going to go to an 8 on there. So that's their 8. Their location is a 5. Uh-oh, this is not good. That's midships again. So that's going to be a D8, but it's going to be a -3. So here we go. I got 4. Oh, this is really bad. 4 goes down to a 1. So their defense is 1. That's greater than 3 times their hit. Just taking a quick look at this here. And you will see 3 times their hit. So 2 hits and increase the shields by -2. So that's going to knock out their shielding plus a critical hit. So their shielding goes to a 4. They get 2 more hits. They're up to 8. Their total hits is 14. So they're almost halfway here. Let's go on 8. Plus they get a critical hit. This is not good. 8 on a critical hit. Bringing over here the critical hits. This was right here is a jam. So it's collateral damage if not a monitor. Okay, that would be a turret jam, but there's no turrets on there. So it's collateral damage, which means it's a -1 to either the bow or the stern shielding. And I think we're going to have to do it on the stern because the stern hasn't taken any hits yet. So that gets a -1 over there. Okay. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. They're pounding it in. Still a long way to go with them, but they're taking a pounding. Okay, so now we move on to the end of turn. That's all the gunnery. Replace cards. This is where Confederates did not use any cards, so they can potentially swap out a card. I think we will. I think we're going to get rid of the strike card, because that probably won't be able to be used. Yeah, probably won't be able to be used. So I'm going to get rid of that. That's going to be their third and get another one. Oh, they got a good one coming back. I'll show you this later. We get a little suspense. They got a good one though. Okay, so that's all for the Confederate side. Union side. All right, going back to our status again. So remove repair parties. We don't have any on board yet. Attempt critical hit repairs. Can't do it. We don't have any repair parties. Fires and smoke. We do have some smoke. The Seminole right here. We're going to roll a D10 and 7 through 10 to remove the smoke. We rolled a 6. All right, so the smoke stays there, but that might change if he moves. So smoke, and now we get to place repair parties. So what can we repair? On the Hartford, the only thing we can repair is our armament. And if I do that, that'll give me another negative modifier. I'm not going to try to repair anything. Hartford is in tough shape, but it's better if I get their modifiers and use them for firing on there, because I don't know if I can get them out of there. They're at they're still in a good position. Maybe we'll try to move them. Okay, so maybe we'll try to move them. We've got enough around them, so I'm going to put repairs. That's going to be repairs. That's going to go on their card. Try to repair their guns. Maybe I can get them out of there. I don't know. This is going to be a tough situation. Okay, rest of the ships don't have anything that's repairable on there. So we're going to move along to the movement. So here we go. The Monitor Chickasaw over here. I am going to try a maneuver 2. I need that because maneuver 2 means I can go over and up or over and up, basically in a diagonal move over there. It's tougher to get across there, but we'll give it a try. That's the first one. Then with the Hartford, he's going to get a maneuver 1. Yeah, we may move them up into this. Selma's in good shape here, so I may need to move them back. I don't know, but we'll give them a move order. Not exactly sure where. Then we've got the Lackawanna. What do I want to do with them? Lackawanna. I think they're going to sit there. I'm going to give them maneuver 0 and have them just sit there, fire at the Tennessee. Oh, actually, no. You know what I'm going to do? Hopefully they'll move. I'm going to give them a maneuver 1. Oops, sorry. 6. Hang on here, folks. 1 second. Maneuver 1. Okay, I'm going to give maneuver 1 because I want them. I'm going to have them go after the Selma, I think. And the Seminole, what we're going to do next. Give them a maneuver 1. I think those two will go after the Selma. Up there, 8, 9, 10. And this will be the Port Royal. They will stay put, provide some cover. This one here. And then what do we have left? Chickasaw, Octara. They're going to try to move up. That's the Octara there. And then next, we've got the Brooklyn. Oh, Brooklyn's in good shape. They want to move up. No, they want to try. They're going to try maneuver 2 as well, because they're going to try to go with the Chickasaw and go after the Tennessee. And then we have the Richmond, which is going to try to move up with the Hartford. Okay, there we go. So there we got our maneuvers. What do I want to do first? Let's First take the Lackawanna here. So they're a maneuver 1. Let's see if I got any maneuvering cards. No, I don't have any. So they are 10-6, 10 on a 6 dice. So they're going to try to move up. Oh, wait a minute. But there's a Hulk in this hex. So we've got to do a Hulk roll. 10 and a 4. They get a 10 and a 2. So the response is a 4. So they don't run into the Hulk. They don't get fouled by the Hulk. So now their maneuvering is going to be a 10 Lackawanna, 10-6. So they roll a 5 and a 5. And the response is going to be 8-4. Rolls a 2 and a 3. So they make it up in with the Selma. So that's good. All right. Next, let's see, take that off. Goes there. Let's try to get the Chickasaw up here. This is going to be a tougher maneuver. Let's see, there's no Hulk in there, but they're going across like this. So they are a 10-8. 10-8. So 2 good dice there. And yeah, there's no modifiers. So they roll a 10, another good roll, and a 6. The response roll non-adjacent is 10-6. So a 10 and a 6. They roll, highest they roll is a 6. So that succeeds. So the Chickasaw moves up into there, like so. Wish I had a Chickasaw monitor. Now I didn't. Obvious reasons, it takes a lot to create a whole fleet like this, and I didn't make models of them. It would be quite nice to see them all, but it would be a little bit busy as it is here already. Let's see, who else do I have maneuvering? I have the Richmond over here maneuvering up there as well. They're maneuver 2. So let's see what they do. So they are Richmond, there we are. They're a 10. Let's see if they make it. Let's get it in the tower. They roll a 2. That's not really great, so they might make it. It's a 10-6 as a response. And they roll 2-2 as a response, but that fails. So the Richmond stays where it is. Okay. Let's see what else. That's Richmond. Hartford. This is over here. Yeah. So these two are here, Brooklyn and Ontario. Okay. So now we're going to take this. Let's take the Seminole. They're doing a 1 because I want them to come up here. Now I could have them. Yeah, I think okay, because this guy, I need some help with the Cherokee over there. So I think the Seminole is just going to change course and head up here. Now he does have a Hulk roll, which is a 10-4. He rolls a 10, so most likely he's going to be okay. And a 4 with the response, so he's okay. Now the movement, Seminole, he's a 10-6. Oh, but he only rolls a 2. That's not good. And that's going to be an 8-4 for the response. Oh, wow. Response is a 1 and a 1. So they actually succeed. So the Seminole moves up with the Chickasaw. The light smoke disappears because it moved. All right, onward and upward. Let's see, Richmond didn't move. That's Brooklyn and Ontario. Okay, so let's try to get the Brooklyn up there first. So this one off Brooklyn. They are just a 10. A maneuver. Oh, they roll a 2. And this is just going to be an 8-4 response. Oh, I saw a 1, but then a 7. So they fail. So Brooklyn stays where it is. We'll try the Ontario. They are a 10 and 8. Very good potential. They roll an 8. That's good. Response roll 8 and 4. Yeah, they get a 7, so they're successful. All right, so they will roll. They will move into here, like so. That comes off, and we've got 2 more left. The Port Royal. I'll do the Port Royal quickly. Their maneuver is 0, but they got to do a Hulk roll. Make sure they don't run into it. They roll a 6. The response roll is a 4. So they don't run into it, so they're okay. All right, lastly, we have the Hartford, which I've got a 1 on them. He's got to maneuver someplace. Got these guys up here. Yeah, I don't want him. I need to do the repairs. He's going to try to move back here, okay, but he's got a Hulk roll first. So 10 on a 4. Rolls a 9, so most likely he's going to be okay. Well, 8, so he's okay. They missed that. So now he's maneuvering. He is a 10-6. No, excuse me, 10-4. He's reduced. So he just rolls a 4 and a 1. So the 4 is the highest. Now the response is going to be 8 and a 4. And it rolls a 6. So he doesn't get out of there. He stays in this position, which might not be it's not great, but there's enough around that I think they'll be okay. All right, so here we go. Now that's all the movement. Let's go to the firing. Lackawanna is going to take a shot at the Selma. So Lackawanna is 10-6. Do I want to play any cards? No, not really. Yeah, not really. We'll just take a straight shot. Let's see if they get anything. I don't think they have anything. No, they don't. All right, so straight shot. So Lackawanna is a 10-6. They are short. They're in the same hex, so that's short range, so it's +2. Lackawanna is a +1 crack crew, so it's +3 on the dice roll. Ooh, oh, that's going to hurt. 8 goes to 11. Oh, I didn't do a location. Location is 8, which is going to be a water line. Oops, sorry. I should position my dice over here. 11 with a water line hit. Water line is a 6. 6. Okay, let's see. 11. Ooh, okay. Oh, defense is a 1. Okay, that's a big time 3, greater than 3 hit. Unshielded location, so shield hits goes to 2 at the water line. They take 2 hits. So they breached them and scored damage. And 1 critical hit. That's not good. Let's see the white dice. There we are. Critical hit at the water line is going to be the rudder. The rudder is hit. I can't remember what this is, but let me look here. Yep, here we go. Rudder. Target ship applies a -4 DRM to all maneuver rolls. It may not attempt to cross the T or ram or spar torpedo attacks. Place a rudder marker on the ship. Subsequent hits is 2 damage. All right, so let me find the rudder. Rudder. Engine, boiler, rudder. Here we go. So they're going to take a rudder hit. Here's what it looks like. If that zooms in, there we go. It is repairable, so they can try to repair, but their maneuvering is now going to be a -4, which is going to be very tough for them to maneuver on there. So that is the Lackawanna firing. Let's go up here. We're going to go with the Chickasaw first. This is a big shot on them. It's going to be 10-6, 10-8-4. They're in the same hex, so it's +2. want to play cards? No, not yet. So 10-6-4 plus a location. So let's see what happens. Okay, so the highest one is 4. 4 goes to, let's actually take this one. 4 goes to 6 with a +2 on the jigsaw. And the location is going to be on number 4, which is midships. So that's going to have a 10-8. It's going to be tough. You need to roll low for any type of penetration. Now, we get a 9 and a 5, so that bounces right off. All right. Let's go ahead and stay there and go with the Seminole, which is 8 and 4. Now, they're green, so they're going to get a -1 on the roll. But they're in the same hex, which is +2. So it's going to be ultimately +1 on the dice roll. So let's get a location dice. They roll a 6. +1 is 7. That's not too bad for the Seminole. Location is a 7, which is the stern, which is going to be, once again, 10-8. All right, so let's see what they got. Ooh, they got some damage. The highest roll is a 2. It's a 1 and a 2. All right, so that's, that's bad stuff here on the stern with an armored location. So it's 2 hits, 2 damage points. So we've broken through the armor and 2 shield hits on the Tennessee. So the Tennessee has been wounded here a little bit. Let's see, this is, what did I say, stern, that's right, stern. And that's going to have a critical hit here as well, because that's 3 times as much. So the critical hit is an 8. 8 is a jam. So this actually does have some impact on the ship here. Hold on, I need to find the, here it is, jam. May be repaired. A monitor's turn is jammed. Apply a -2 DRM to the gunnery rolls. Place a jam marker on the ship. For subsequent rolls, mark a 2 hit instead. Okay, so that's going to hurt them a little bit because, wait a minute, that's for a monitor. This is not a monitor. It's ironclad. Good catch. So it's going to be collateral damage on the stern. Just check collateral damage for the stern. Yeah, midships. So that's actually going to take a shield hit on the midships. So there we go. So midships is affected here too. So the stern and the midships, and +2 damage on there. So they've kind of broken the skin of the Tennessee there. Now the other ships, 1 hex away. We'll do some firing here. Now let's see. Hartford, they're under repairs. They've got armament damage. So that's -4. They're elite crew, so it makes it 2. All right, well, we'll take it. They need to support it. They're going to fire at the Tennessee. They're 1 hex away, so that's nothing. Crack crew is +2, but they've got repair parties, which is -2, and armament damage, which is another -2. So ultimately, it's going to be -2 on their dice roll. Yeah. And I don't think anything can be played. No, there's nothing interesting to be played for cards. So it's straight 10 -2. All right, rolls a 5, goes down to a 3. Forgot location, 5. So that is midships. So it's a 10-8, but it's -1 on the dice roll. So 7 is the highest, goes down to 6. So that's more than enough. So that just bounces off. So they're okay. All right, so that's the Hartford. Port Royal and Octaria. All right, I think the Port Royal, put them up here. They're going to fire at the Selma. They're 1 hex away. Yeah, 1 hex away. So there's no modifiers. They're regular crew. So they're just a D6. You roll a 5, which is fairly decent. Now, the location is going to be 1. Oh, it's a water line, so that's where they were damaged already. So they're going to be a D6 -2. All right, they roll a 6, goes down to a 4. So let's just check this here. That's greater than the dice roll. So that's actually a hit. Yeah, because the shields have been hit. If -1 or more on shields, 1 hit. So they take some damage here. So they go from 2 to a 3 over here. So that did score something on them. Okay, that's the Port Royal. Octaria, and if they could do the same thing, that would be great. Just kind of slowly pick them away, but I want to try to go after the Tennessee a little bit more too. Yeah, we'll have them go against the Tennessee. That's what I was planning. So they were actually a D6. They have crack crew, so it's +1. That's about it. So +1 on the D6. Ooh, 5. 5 goes to 6. Location is going to be a 7. That's the stern. Ooh, that's a vulnerable spot on the Tennessee, on the stern. So they're going to do a 10-8 for defensive, but it's a -2 on the final budget. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So it's a 4 and a 2. So the highest roll is a 4, and that drops to 2 because of the hit. So that's going to be 3 times as higher. Oh, boy. Here we go. 2 hits on the shields. So that actually destroys their shielding on the stern. Plus they take 2 hits. Which puts them at 4 hits, and one of them is critical. Okay, so critical hit. There's our 2 dice here. Rolls a 4, and a 4 on the stern is a fire. Uh-oh, fire breaks out. So fire starts on the target roll of 1d10. And apply the appropriate level. So the level is going to be, it's a 10. It's a level 4 fire. That is so not good. I'll read you what's going on with that. So it's a level 4 fire, and just for my representation, we're going to put that on there. Meaning there's a fire. Okay, level 4 fire. Let me just update you on that. A level 4 fire is pretty bad because they'll take 1 hit per turn if the fire is not reduced. And there's a -4 to the gunnery and maneuver DRMs. Okay, so this is bad. This is a very bad fire. I don't know what they hit, coal bunker or something, but it is, it's not good. And they're gonna, where are we here? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So they are in a very bad position. They've got to get that fire under control. So we'll see that next turn. So how would you like to see another turn when we get to it? We're still not there yet. That was the Octaria shooting over there. So I actually put him over here so it makes it look a little bit better. We still have the Brooklyn and the Richmond over here who can fire. They can fire diagonally here. Now that's going to be up 1 over 1, so that's 2 hexes away. So they're going to get some serious negative modifiers, but they can still fire. So let's take the Brooklyn first. They are 10-4 on their dice. Brooklyn is a crack crew, so they're going to go +1, but their range is a -2, so it's a -1. There's no smoke, but there's fire. Hang on. Anchored immobile, so forth, so on. That's a negative for the fire. But yeah, okay, there's nothing for shooting. So it's just a -1 on the Brooklyn. They roll a 3 and a 2, which ultimately modifies to a 2. Location. It's going to be a 1, which is water line, which is going to be 8, 6, 10, 8, 6. So they'll get a 7, so that's a miss. So Brooklyn misses. We'll go with Richmond. I think they're the same thing. Yeah, it's crack crew, -2 for the range. That's it. So they're going to get a 10 and a 4. So they roll a 5. That actually goes to a 4. Location is a 1, which is the water line again. So it's the same defensive dice, no modifier. And they roll a 6 as their highest. So that misses as well. All right. So that's all of the shooting for the Union. Do they want to? Yeah, they're going to swap out a card. I'm going to get rid of this screen, which is useful for screening ships, but at this point in the game, I don't think we want to do that. All right, that's somewhat useful. Let me just check. 4. Okay, they can do 1 more swap. They can do 2 more swaps. Okay, just checking on that. So that's it. That's the end of the turn. Move our turn marker to turn 9. And hopefully you enjoyed this. This is pretty interesting. Just looking at this, it's about a half an hour, so I may post this independently as an independent thing here. But yeah, that's it for turn 8. I may do turn 9 here. Let me take a look and kind of go from there. But hopefully you enjoy this. Please like, please subscribe if you haven't done it, and stay tuned for the next update or the next turn playthrough. This was really exciting this last turn with the Tennessee now on fire and the Hartford somewhat in trouble over here, still in trouble over here as its damage has occurred. So thanks for watching.